+1 ബോട്ടണിയിലെ ചാപ്റ്റർ 2 ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്ലാന്റ് കിങ്ഡം എന്ന ലെസണിൽ നിന്നും മുൻകാലങ്ങളിൽ മെഡിക്കൽ എൻട്രൻസ് പരീക്ഷകൾക്ക് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ചോയ്സ് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ടൈപ്പ് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള വീഡിയോ ആണ് ഇത്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 1. One of the following is known as walking fan. A. Dryopteris, B. Sphagnum, C. Rocaria, D. Adiantum, and E. Rixia. Answer D. Adiantum. Adiantum is known as walking fan. ചിത്രത്തിൽ കാണിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന പ്ലാന്റ് അഡിയാൻഡമാണ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ടെറിഡോഫൈറ്റ്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 2. The plant which yields agar-agar is A. Laminaria, B. Cara, C. Sargassum, D. Gelidium, and E. Cephalourus. Answer D. Gelidium. Agar-agar is obtained from the red alga Gelidium. ഇതാണ് Gelidium thallus. Gelidium is a genus of thalloid red algae comprising 134 species. Its members are known by a number of common names. Question number 3. Algae that grow on molluscan shells and bodies of animals are called A. Epizoic, B. Parasitic, C. Epiphytic, D. Sea lettuce, and E. Xenobia. Answer A. Epizoic. Algae that grow on molluscan shells and bodies of animals are called epizoic algae. Epizoic algae are the type of algae that grows on other animals. Examples: Cladophora crisposa algae grows on snails. Stygioclonium algae grow on the gills of fishes. ഈ ചിത്രത്തിൽ ടോർട്ടോയ്സിൻ്റെ ഷെല്ലിൻ്റെ പുറത്ത് ആൽഗ വളർന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് കാണാൻ കഴിയും. ഇങ്ങനെ മറ്റ് അനിമൽസിൻ്റെ പുറത്ത് വളരുന്ന ആൽഗകളെയാണ് എപ്പിസോയിക് ആൽഗകൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. എപ്പി മീൻസ് എബവ്, സോയിക് മീൻസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു അനിമൽസ്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 4. Double fertilization is characteristic of A. Gymnosperms, B. Pteridophytes, C. Angiosperms, D. Bryophytes, and E. Thallophytes. Answer C. Angiosperms. Angiosperms are having the special type of fertilization called double fertilization. In double fertilization, one male gamete fuses with the female gamete. This is syngamy. And the other fuses with the secondary nucleus. This is called a triple fusion. As two male gametes take part and fertilization takes place twice, this process is called a double fertilization. Question number 5. Which secrete and deposit calcium carbonate and appear like corals? A. Red algae, B. Brown algae, C. Blue-green algae, D. Diatoms, and E. None. Answer A. Red algae. Red algae secrete and deposit calcium carbonate and appear like corals. Some red algae deposit calcium carbonate on their surface. They are called coralline algae. എക്സാമ്പിൾ കോറല്ലീന. ഇവിടെ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ചിത്രം കോറല്ലീനയുടേതാണ്. ഇതൊരു റെഡ് ആൽഗെ ആണ്. ഇതിൽ കാൽഷ്യം കാർബണേറ്റ് ഡിപ്പോസിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഒരു കോറൽ രൂപത്തിലായി മാറിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 6. ക്ലബ് മോസ് ഈസ് മെമ്പർ ഓഫ് എ. ആൽഗെ, ബി. ഫഞ്ചൈ, സി. ബ്രയോഫൈറ്റ, ഡി. ടെറിഡോഫൈറ്റ, ആൻഡ് ഇ. ജിംനോസ്പേമെ. ആൻസർ ഡി. ടെറിഡോഫൈറ്റ. ക്ലബ് മോസ് ഈസ് എ മെമ്പർ ഓഫ് ടെറിഡോഫൈറ്റ. ടെറിഡോഫൈറ്റ്സിൽ ലൈക്കോപോഡിയം പ്ലാന്റ്സ് ആണ് ക്ലബ് മോസസ് എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്നത്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 7. വിച്ച് പ്ലേസ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ദി ഗോൾഡൻ മൈൻ ഓഫ് ലിവർവർട്സ്? എ. ഈസ്റ്റേൺ ഹിമാലയാസ്, ബി. വെസ്റ്റേൺ ഹിമാലയാസ്, സി. വെസ്റ്റേൺ ഗട്ട്സ്, ഡി. ഈസ്റ്റേൺ ഗട്ട്സ്, ആൻഡ് ഇ. സുന്ദർബാൻസ്. ദി ഗോൾഡൻ മൈൻ ഓഫ് ലിവർവർട്സ് ഈസ് ഫൗണ്ട് ഇൻ ദി വെസ്റ്റേൺ പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ഹിമാലയാസ് ഓർ ദി വെസ്റ്റേൺ ഹിമാലയാസ്. Bryophyta is generally grown in the moist and shady parts of Himalayas. The western Himalayas have humid, moist and mushy conditions which make it more or less the preferred breeding ground for bryophytes. So, the answer is B. Western Himalayas. Question number 8. Protonema is the juvenile filamentous stage in the life cycle of A. Funaria, B. Rixia, C. Marcantia, D. Laminaria, and E. Cladophora. Answer A. Funaria. Protonema is the juvenile filamentous stage in the life cycle of Funaria. A protonema is a thread-like chain of cells that forms the earliest stage, the haploid phase of a bryophyte, example Funaria life cycle. When a moss first grows from the spore, it grows as a protonema which develops into a leafy gametophore. Question number 9. In bryophytes, the plant body is A. Sporophyte, B. Epiphyte, C. Sporophyll, D. Gametophyte, and E. Antheridium. Answer D. Gametophyte. In bryophytes, the plant body is gametophyte. Question number 10. A microsporophyll of Pinus has A. 1 microsporangium on the adaxial side, B. 1 microsporangium on abaxial side, C. 2 microsporangia on abaxial side, D. 2 microsporangia on adaxial side, and E. 4 microsporangia on lower side. Answer C. 2 microsporangia on abaxial side. In Pinus, male cone consists of central axis which bears many spirally arranged microsporophylls. It has a short stalk and sterile, slightly bent tip. Microsporangia are borne on abaxial or lower surface of microsporophylls, the modified leaves. Each microsporophyll bears 2 microsporangia or pollen sacs on lower surface. Question number 11. The first plants to appear after a forest fire are the ferns. It is because of the survival of their A. spores, B. leaves, C. fronds, D. rhizomes, and E. both C and D. Answer D. rhizomes. This is a fern. You can see the rhizome, roots, and fronds. Among these, even if a forest fire occurs, the remains of rhizomes will be remaining under the soil, which will be growing into a new plant. Question number 12. Match the columns and find the correct combination. Column 1. A. Anthoceros, B. Adiantum, C. Sargassum, D. Prothalus, and E. Astrales. Column 2. 1. Alga, 2. Hornwort, 3. Gametophyte, 4. Inferae, and 5. Walking fern. Options. A. A2, B5, C1, D3, E4. B. A5, B4, C3, D2, E1. C. A5, B1, C2, D4, E3. D. A3, B2, C1, D5, E4. And E. A1, B4, C3, D5, E2. Answer option A. A2, B5, C1, D3, and E4. That is Anthoceros, hornwort, Adiantum, walking fern, Sargassum, algae, Prothalus, gametophyte, and Astrales, inferae. ഇതിൽ ആസ്ട്രേൽസ് എന്നുള്ളത് ആൻജിയോസ്പേം ഫാമിലികളിൽ സൺഫ്ലവർ വരുന്ന ഫാമിലിയുടെ ഓർഡറിൻ്റെ പേരാണ്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 13. വിച്ച് ഓഫ് ദി ഫോളോയിങ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ്സ് ആർ ട്രൂ ഓർ ഫാൾസ്? A. Trimerous condition of floral parts is characteristic of dicotyledons. B. Adiantum is also called walking fern. C. In gymnosperms, the vascular system consists of xylem without vessels and phloem with companion cells. And D. Rixia and Marchantia are liverworts. Options. A, B are true. C and D are false. B. A and C are true. B and D are false. C. A, D are true. B and C are false. D. B and D are true. A and C are false. E. B, C are true. A and D are false. Answer option D. B and D are true. A and C are false. That is, B is Adiantum is also called walking fern. D. Rixia and Marchantia are liverworts. These are true. And A and C. A, trimerous condition of floral parts is characteristic of dicotyledons. This is wrong. And C, in gymnosperms, the vascular system consists of xylem without vessels and phloem with companion cells. This is also false. Question number 14. Match and find the correct combination. Column 1. A. Red algae. B. Liverwort. C. Walking fern. D. Gymnosperm. Column 2. 1. Markantia. 2. Pinus. 3. Polysiphonia. And 4. Adiantum. Options. A. A1, B2, C4, D3. B. A2, B4, C3, D1. C. A2, B3, C1, D4. D. A3, B1, C4, D2. And E. A3, B2, C1, D4. Answer D. A3, B1, C4, D2. That is red algae, Polysiphonia, liverwort, Markantia, walking fern, Adiantum, and Gymnosperm, Pinus. Question number 15. Which of the following is maidenhair fern? A. Diopteris. B. Pteris. C. Adiantum. D. Lycopodium. And E. Selaginella. Answer C. Adiantum. Adiantum is called maidenhair fern. It is also called walking fern. Question number 16. Which is mismatched? A. Phaneros visible. B. Cryptos concealed. C. Gymno naked. D. Bryon liverwort. And E. Trachea windpipe. Answer D. Bryon liverwort. Question number 17. Which of the following is not correctly matched? A. Chlamydomonas unicellular flagellate. B. Laminaria flattened leaf-like thallus. C. Chlorella unicellular non-flagellate. D. Spirogyra filamentous structure. And E. Volvox colonial form non-flagellate. Answer E. Volvox colonial form non-flagellate. This is the mismatched pair. Question number 18. Which of the following gymnosperms is a bushy trailing shrub? A. Ephedra. B. Cycas. C. Pinus. D. Rockeria. And E. Cedrus. Answer A. Ephedra. Ephedra is a gymnosperm which is a bushy trailing shrub. Ephedra is a genus of gymnosperm shrubs. The various species of Ephedra are widespread in many arid regions of the world, ranging across southwestern North America, southern Europe, northern Africa, southwest and central Asia, northern China, and western South America. Question number 19. From which of the following algae agar is commercially extracted? A. Gracilaria. B. Fucus. C. Sargassum. D. Gelidium. And E. Turbinaria. Answer A and D. That is A. Gracilaria and D. Gelidium are the algae from which agar-agar is obtained. Question number 20. Choose the wrong pair. A. Hepaticopsida markantia. B. Lycopsida selaginella. C. Bryopsida anthoceros. D. Pteropsida rhyopteris. And E. Sphenopsida equisitum. Answer C. Bryopsida anthoceros. Anthoceros belongs to Anthoceropsida. Question number 21. Which option correctly represents the life cycle patterns? Life cycles labeled as 1, 2, 3 are given. Options A. 1 diplontic, 2 haplodiplontic, and 3 haplontic. B. 1 haplodiplontic, 2 haplontic, 3 diplontic. C. 1 haplontic, 2 diplontic, 3 haplodiplontic. D. 1 diplontic, 2 haplontic, 3 haplodiplontic. And E. 1 haplontic, 2 haplodiplontic, and 3 diplontic. Answer is option D. 1 diplontic, 2 haplontic, 3 haplodiplontic. Question number 22. Consider the following statements regarding the major pigments and stored food in different groups of algae and select the correct options. A. In chlorophyceae, the stored food material is starch and the major pigments are chlorophyll A and D. B. In Phaeophyceae, laminarin is the stored food and major pigments are chlorophyll A and B. C. In Rhodophyceae, Floridian starch is stored food and major pigments are chlorophyll A and D and phycoerythrin. Options. A correct, B and C wrong. B. A and B correct, C is wrong. C. A and C correct, B wrong. D. B correct, A and C wrong. E. C correct, A and B wrong. Answer option E. C correct, A and B wrong. That is, the C correct option is in Rhodophyceae, Floridian starch is stored food, chlorophyll A and D and phycoerythrin. Question number 23. Which class is included under gymnosperms? A. Cycadophyta, B. Pteropsida, C. Sphenopsida, D. Lycopsida and E. Bryopsida. Answer option A. Cycadophyta. Question number 24. In the diagram, some of the algae have been labeled as A, B, C, D and E. These algae are respectively identified as options. A. Dictyota, Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Fucus and Laminaria. B. Laminaria, Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Dictyota and Fucus. C. Dictyota, Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Laminaria and Fucus. D. Porphyra, Dictyota, Laminaria, Fucus and Polysiphonia. And E. Fucus, Porphyra, Dictyota, Polysiphonia and Laminaria. Answer option C. Dictyota, Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Laminaria and Fucus. Question number 25. Consider the following statements regarding gymnosperms and choose the correct option. A. In gymnosperms, the male and female gametophytes have an independent existence. B. The multicellular female gametophyte is retained within megasporangium. C. The gymnosperms are heterosporous. Of these statements, options A. B and C are true, A is false. B. A and B are true, C is false. C. A and C are true, B is false. D. B and C are false, A is true. And E. A and C are false, B is true. Answer option A. B and C are true and A is, that is, B is the multicellular female gametophyte is retained within megasporangium. This is true. C. The gymnosperms are heterosporous. This is also true. And A. In gymnosperms, the male and female gametophytes have an independent existence. This is wrong. Question number 26. Pick up the wrong statement. A. Double fertilization is unique to gymnosperms and monocotyledons. B. Sequoia, a gymnosperm, is one of the tallest trees. C. Phaeophyceae members possess chlorophylls A, C, carotenoids and xanthophylls. D. Moss is a gametophyte which consists of two stages, namely protonema stage and leafy stage. And E. Evolutionarily, pteridophytes are the first terrestrial plants to possess xylem and phloem. Answer option A. That is, double fertilization is unique to gymnosperms and monocotyledons is a wrong statement. Question number 27. Select the correct matches. A. Phaeophyceae mannitol. B. Rhodophyceae dictyota. C. Chlorophyceae non-motile gametes. And D. Rhodophyceae R. phycoerythrin. Options A, B and C, B, B, C and D, C, A and D, D, A and C, E, C and D. Answer option C, A and D. A is PFICA mannitol and D rhodophyceae R phycoerythrin, which are the correct matches. Question number 28. Which ones belongs to Pteropsida? A. Equisetum and Xylotum. B. Lycopodium and Adiantum. C. Selaginella and Pteris. D. Pteris and Adiantum. And E. Diopteris and Xylotum. Answer D. Pteris and Adiantum are belonging to Pteropsida. Question number 29. Select the correct statement. Options A. Absorption of water by seeds and dry wood are examples of facilitated diffusion. B. Apoplast is a system of interconnected protoplasts. C. Pinus seeds cannot germinate and establish without the presence of mycorrhizae. D. Translocation in phloem is unidirectional, whereas in the xylem it is bidirectional. And E. In plants, the water loss is in liquid phase is known as transpiration. Answer option C. Pinus seeds cannot germinate and establish without the presence of mycorrhizae. This is a correct statement. Question number 30. Choose the correct order of colors in pigments: chlorophyll, phycoerythrin and fucosanthin. Options A. Green, brown and red. B. Green, red and brown. C. Brown, green and red. D. Red, green and brown. And E. Brown, red and green. Answer B. Green, red and brown. That is, chlorophyll is green, phycoerythrin is red and fucosanthin is brown. Question number 31. Which is a phaeophycean alga? A. Gelidium. B. Polysiphonia. C. Porphyra. D. Laminaria. And E. Gracilaria. Answer option D. Laminaria. Laminaria is a brown alga or phaeophycean alga. Question number 32. Which is a character of rhodophyceae? A. Major pigments are chlorophyll A and B. B. Commonly called brown algae. C. Stored food is mannitol and laminarin. D. Flagellae are absent. E. Cell wall contains cellulose and algae. Answer D. Flagellae are absent. Question number 31. The heterosporous pteridophyte belonging to class Lycopsida is A. Selaginella, B. Xylotum, C. Equisetum, D. Pteris and E. Adiantum. Answer option A. Selaginella. Selaginella is a heterosporous pteridophyte belonging to Lycopsida. Question number 34. Isogamous condition with non-flagellate gametes is found in A. Fucus, B. Chlamydomonas, C. Spirogyra and D. Volvox. Answer C. Spirogyra. Spirogyra is having isogamous condition with non-flagellate gametes. Question number 35. Which is not characteristic of bryophytes? A. Main plant body is haploid. B. They possess multicellular sex organs. C. Have well differentiated vascular tissues. D. They need water for sexual reproduction. And E. They colonize rocks and are of great ecological significance. Answer option C. Have well differentiated vascular tissues, a character which is not present in bryophytes. Question number 36. 1. In rhodophyceae, food is stored as mannitol and laminarin. 2. Ovules of gymnosperms are not enclosed by ovary wall. 3. Salvinia is heterosporous. And 4. In diplontic life cycle, free-living gametophyte represents dominant phase. Of the above statements, option A, 2 and 3 are correct, 1 and 4 wrong. B, 2 and 4 correct, 1 and 3 wrong. C, 3 and 4 correct, 1 and 2 wrong. D, 1 and 2 correct, 3 and 4 wrong. And E, 1 and 4 correct and 2 and 3 wrong. Answer option A, 2 and 3 are correct, 1 and 4 wrong. That is, in rhodophyceae, food is stored as mannitol and laminarin. This is a wrong statement. Ovules of gymnosperms are not enclosed by ovary wall. This is a correct statement. Salvinia is heterosporous. This is true. And 4. In diplontic life cycle, free living gametophyte represents dominant phase. This is also wrong. Question number 37. In the life cycle of angiosperm, choose correct labeling for 1 to 5. Options: A. 1 anther, 2 ovary, 3 microspore, 4 zygote, 5 embryo. B. 1 embryo, 2 zygote, 3 anther, 4 ovary, 5 microspore. C. 1 ovary, 2 anther, 3 microspore, 4 zygote, 5 embryo. D. 1 anther, 2 ovary, 3 zygote, 4 embryo, 5 microspore. And E. 1 zygote, 2 embryo, 3 anther, 4 ovary and 5 microspore. Answer option A. 1 anther, 2 ovary, 3 microspore, 4 zygote and 5 embryo. നന്നായി തയ്യാറാവുക. നല്ലത് വരട്ടെ. Thank you very much. Subscribe, like and share Ch.2 Science 12 for more videos.